Hello, my students. A simple word such as this one, the comparative adjective of good, can be pronounced in 3 different ways, actually in many different ways, depending on where you're from. Better, better, or even better. In this video, we'll look at these and discuss what these differences are and what is my solution for this, the craziness of English pronunciation. Let's get started. So the British one, here we have better. Better, there can be a lot of misunderstandings. There can be a lot of awkward situations. For example, my British colleague, he told the student, "You're doing better. You're doing better." The student misunderstood and was like, "No, I'm not a beta. I'm an alpha. I'm an alpha." And so the sound at the end can be very misleading. Okay. However, the T is very well pronounced here. So better, I'm doing better. That's something that someone from the UK would say, maybe. Of course, my accent is not perfect. Next one, let's look at the US. We have the T sort of sounds like a D. Okay, so instead of a T here, we have a D. Better. So of course it sounds like an R, kind of like a D, better. Here, the ER is, we keep the ER, okay, whereas here we have the A, you have the but this can be very confusing. So for example, as I tell some students, "Oh, you're doing better, and they kind of get to bed. "Oh, bed, better, bed, are we going to bed?" No, you're not going to bed. We're staying in class and we're learning. Okay, so better. And the other day I met a guy, and I think he was from Northern England or somewhere, and something like, "Oh, things are doing better." And I was like, wow, there's no T. Here there is no T. He ate it up completely. Better. So I don't know exactly what this what this accent is, but I've noticed that a few English speakers actually pronounce it like that. So of course, in this situation, we have to adapt, and I love all accents. All of them are amazing, and that shows the complexity of the English language. So now let's look at a different situation here. Another scenario. So a simple sentence such as, "I'm going to climb a mountain." I'm going to, it's the going to future. I'm going to climb a mountain. I'm going to climb a mountain. So that is my international accent that I try to use here. But of course, if you talk to people, and if I'm speaking to my friends and people in the United States, I'll be like, I'm going to climb a mountain. Okay, so that's kind of the traditional. I'm gonna. We hear gonna. This changes. I'm gonna climb a mountain. But of course, a lot of people, even in Texas, would say we kind of change this to not gonna, but almost like gonna. I'm gonna. And some people say I's gonna climb a mountain, or I'm gonna climb, gonna. Okay, so all these small little, some of them are a little bit exaggerated, but this gives you an idea of the flexibility that we need in our minds to understand all of these different accents. And the other aspect here, we have the T again. So as we see, our language is in this fast-paced world, our language is changing, and traditionally would be mountain, but in the United States, a lot of times we have mountain. So it's mountain. And if you speak quickly, it almost sounds like I'm going to climb a mountain. I'm going to climb a mountain. Okay, so almost like Mao, like the leader of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. So we're not talking about Mao, we're talking about a mountain. So of course, when we speak, we have a lot of these different pronunciations depending on who you're speaking to, depending on where you are in the world. Now, one of these solutions, because I see that there is a lot of issues with all these different accents, all these different people from all over the world speaking differently, having their own variations. Okay, and one of the solutions is to adopt almost a standard way of, and I use it. So instead of, for the word that we saw previously, so we're not doing it the UK style, better. We're not doing the American style, better. We say better, better. Now, it sounds very easy to a lot of us, but actually just adding the T sound here, a little stronger T, the British style, and the ER, would allow people to understand more. So this is what I do. It helps me. And yes, I hope this gave you a little bit of insight on what is happening to the English language, what's happening to English, and some of the issues that we encounter when trying to understand, when we're trying to make sense of this crazy language. Keep learning English.